We're here live, everybody. And welcome to another episode of the Blathering Live from Ken Napzok. Sound really weird. We're back to using the drummer earphones today because it's hot, hot, hot. You want a weather report? It's burning like it's hell. Like the hell James Dobson might be surprised to find himself in today. We are got about 95 in the studio and climbing. Not joking, sitting on ice packs, all right? If you're broadcasting in a hot place, I recommend these ice packs. Just sit on them, stick them places, you're good to go. So we're going to survive. I literally cannot afford to run the AC today. We're on AC rations. So I am sitting here in a pool of my own. Ugh. But happy to be here with you on a Thursday edition of the big show, which is what they used to call some Sports Center episodes. We'll talk about that. Rich Eisen returning to Sports Center just for a little fun. He's under the same roof now, so why don't you go down the hall and figure it out. I do have a Q&A question up there in chat. What are your favorite Sports Center anchors, if you are a fan of Sports Center or just kind of grew up on sports throughout the eras, and you might have your favorite anchor. It was great to see Rich on there. We'll talk about it. I have some thoughts on it. Loved seeing Rich on there, but I have some thoughts on We Used to Be a Society, as the thumbnail says. And I didn't expect to think that by watching the clips I was watching of Rich Eisen on there. Also on the show today, we're going to talk a little science, a new kind of take on the science segment here. Dr. Addy will check in a bit. And mayonnaise, mayo on grilled cheese, is that the secret ingredient? Our food correspondent, one of our food correspondents, Ken Plume, be calling in at the bottom of the hour to talk about that. We also got some sports. We're going to review footage, which will be a live reaction for producer Steve. We're going to review footage of a kid being taken down at Petco Stadium. I saw some good things. I saw some bad things. Me, a 17-year security director, is going to break down the tape during the sports desk segment at the top of the hour there, top of the next hour. James Holmes checking in, Will McLean checking in. Major problems here. We got Evan. Jared saying Mayo's always right. The man known as Captain Mayo, probably going to be on the side of Mayo. Page Turners, they were not here as well. Of course, it's Brett and Mark, Harlow, Mandalorian Jedi, all the regulars checking in. I'm glad you're all here. Call into the show. You know how to call in. Become a channel member or a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Ken Napzok. Just loaded in the new Pop Rockin' Radio for the weekend. Little emo, little roots rock, some fun stuff there, and going back to the 90s, of course. I've got a great Beck tune that doesn't get played as much as I'd like. It's a single. It's a popular Beck song, but I just think it's been lost to time a little bit. So you can get that by going to patreon.com/Ken Napzok and supporting over there. Cam joining this week. Evan joined this week. Also, that gets you into the Blathering Health Club in the Discord. I put my accountability post in there today. Good morning. Had a good morning, early workout. Felt like I had the rest of the day ahead of me, and I did. I got some stuff done, but the heat got the best of me, and it's not been a productive day. That's why I'm happy to be hanging out with all of you. All right. Let's go ahead and James Holmes asks, before we get to producer Stephen here, is Gary Lineker? Is the sportscaster thing? I don't know. That's a UK thing there. Jared the Dark Jedi digs some mayo as well. All right, producer Steve is here. How you doing, buddy?
I hate mayo, Ken.
We're probably going to need to get into this. I know you've talked about it before. I like mayo. And we know Jared loves mayo. What is it about mayo and you?
Anti-mayo. It's just icky. It's a texture, taste. First of all, the taste. The texture is icky, and the taste does not make up for the icky. It just makes things wet. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes my food wet. If I want that, I'll do butter. Grilled cheese, bagels, those are all for me just vehicles for butter. Yeah. Mayo doesn't do that for me.
So, yeah, no, look, I love this idea of what is the condiment? The condiment is wet. That is true. I think it is there to liven up the bread. I did not grow up a mayo fan. I switched into mayo a little bit later in life and was like, ooh. But until then, this is why I understand you. Until then, I was always like, it is oddly and unnecessarily tangy. in an
It's
off-putting
weird.
fashion.
It's because it's eggs, and then the tang, and then knowing what's in it. It's like, I also don't like cream cheese at all, Ken.
Oh no, I love cream cheese.
I'm not a cream cheese guy, and so my sister makes these like Oreo ball things at Christmas time that have cream cheese in them, and I loved them growing up, and then I watched her make them one day, and they have cream cheese, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. I can't eat, and then now I just taste it, and it doesn't hit the way anymore. Yeah,
I can follow you down the anti-mayo path a little bit, at least with a sense of understanding, though I do love it now, and I get it on most of my sandwiches. But yeah, cream cheese, it's a problem. Like, there was a good couple years there as a security director on the Tuesday staff meetings when they get the bagels, and I was the guy in the corner just stuffing half of the cream cheese bucket onto my bagel. So
now for me, it's the Land O'Lakes. Give me a. You're gonna hate me. Guess what my favorite bagel is, Ken.
if it's the everything bagel, I don't agree with that.
No. Come on, potato chips, plain potato chips, vanilla ice cream. Luke Skywalker.
You just like a plain
I like
bagel?
a plain bagel, man. Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of like that too. Honestly,
Yeah.
because it's like you said, it's a vehicle for the cream cheese. Anything else is it's just superfluous for me. A garlic one, a little garlic and onion, great. But then I'm definitely, not opening my mouth the rest of the day.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to start. You can't start your day with garlic and onions. You end your day with garlic and onions. Maybe a late lunch. But you can't start the day with garlic and onions. That's rough to everyone else who has to interact with you. I'm sorry.
It's there the whole day.
It's
just
there for a
coats
long time.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Are you a toasted bagel or a cold bagel guy?
Cold bagel? Nope. I like a plain bagel, and then the cream cheese. I make it a sandwich. I don't even do two sides. I make it a cream cheese sandwich, and I just sit there in the corner of the staff meeting. I'm the guy doing this with it's on his fingers, but you're still eating. And you're like, Ken, the meeting started okay, and it's all in my beard. Yeah,
I'm just picturing Ken is just eating like Denethor at the end of Return of the King, just
kind of sending you to your death while I munch some cream cheese like a cherry tomato. We do have a good point brought up by Kyle Harlow, a Philadelphia guy who dislikes cream cheese. Is there any kind of shame in the family over that?
No, free country. It's not and plus a lot of people will tell you Philly cream cheese is just it's like the Kraft singles of cream cheese.
Sure.
It's fine. It'll do the job, but it's cream. Because again, come on, we're talking about cream cheese. It's not like we're reinventing the wheel here. It's not exactly. I don't know if I put 5 cream cheeses in front of you that you'd really be able to nail all 5 as far as that's unless they're literally different flavors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's butter. If you put 4 butters in front of me, I'm just gonna say, oh, that's butters. So butter. Is that? That's also butter.
Yeah, I get you. I do like though that this is the line in the sand over freedom for you.
Yeah.
It's a free country. Freedom ain't free, but my bagels is. Yeah, I like that. Good call.
I eat my cheesesteaks, so at least I have that.
You do have that. Okay. And I don't know what I think of cheesesteaks, quite frankly. I haven't had enough in my life.
That's disappointing.
It seems like a busy sandwich. It's too hot and too busy.
No, well, see, here's the thing. A real Philly cheesesteak, the Philly folks will tell you, no, a real Philly cheesesteak is actually very simple. There's not a whole lot on there, man. It is meat, bread, whiz if you're a whiz guy, onions, but they don't even you kind of will get heads turned if you try to put peppers in your Philly cheesesteak in Philly. It's kind of a little bit of oh, you're one of those people.
Oh, pepper person.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a pepper person. Okay. All right. A lot to get to tonight, including the main topic. I wanted to spit on the grave of James Dobson, a man who I used to give money to his organization. We'll talk about that and the power of change. But we do want to talk first, Producer Steve, about Citizens on Patrol. The false prophet president, our dear leader, is going to be taken to the streets. I hope to God, as he patrols D.C., that they wrap him in some Kevlar, some cargo pants, and that he's stuffed on into them, and then he gets a little hat and a walkie-talkie. Which, by the way, exactly they're called radios or rovers. Don't ever use the term walkie-talkie in front of me. That's not a thing. That's what kids do in forts.
I was going to say, that's children's toy. Yeah.
That's not what professionals do. They're radios or rovers. But put a walkie-talkie in his hand and send him onto the mall to patrol. There's so many things in this, Steve. Where do you go with this?
I want to see him in a hat, not like his "Make America Great Again" hat or like a golf hat. I want to see him in like one of those little like deputy hats that's like kind of soft on the top and it's got a presidential seal badge in the front of it. You know what I mean? Just and he's the kind of guy who wants to walk around with like a baton. Just like kind of like not a very big one, but he would definitely have a baton just to feel like he's doing something, and then we won't look at his small hands. But yeah, no, he's got a lot of issues. This is half of this, I think, is because we were making fun of his cankles, and so he wants to prove that he can, walk long distances.
I'll tell you what, he might be good for some patrol because he can't walk in a straight line, so he's going to hit all the angles when he's going down the National Mall, which is what you want. When you're patrolling a mall corridor, you want to hit every door. You want to curve. You want to bob and weave. So maybe he's going to be good. I absolutely love this stuff. We see the Ice Barbie, Christy Nome, do this a lot with her face is on. This showy, false pretense patrol. Like what are we going to do here? And it's obviously such a work. And it's such a press thing and a PR thing, which is bad PR. But people fall for this, Steve. Here's my problem. People fall for this shit.
Of course. Yeah, are you kidding me? So many people are going to be out there. Oh, yeah, Trump was out there walking the streets of D.C., putting away the riffraff himself. You know what I mean? Like, Obama didn't do that. Biden didn't do that. They weren't walking up and down, blah, blah. And by the way, they're not going to be walking up and down Northeast or South East D.C., Ken. They're going to be walking up and down the National Mall, right by his own damn house. You know what I mean? Like, he's not exactly gonna up and down Pennsylvania Avenue, which used to be the area that used to be Black Lives Matter Plaza that they tore up. That's where he's gonna walk. He's not gonna walk where there's like actual danger or any where they're gonna. It's just everyone's gonna come up to him. They're gonna make sure there's plenty of people shaking his hand. But I don't know. I hope he gets the treatment Vance got on the Metro earlier today, where people were just screaming expletives at him, and he just he heard it.
I absolutely love this because it's the shit-eating grins on the faces of J.D. Vance and Pete Hesketh, who just think they're, because they were going to feed the National Guard Shake Shack burgers or whatever the hell they were doing. And again, Pierre, let's go down and rub elbows with the help is basically what it is. And it's all showy, and that's fine. I get it. Everyone's probably done some showy things in their lives, but it's just to be met with the cacophony of couch fuckers and Nazis and fascists and all these kind of things. Does it turn the tide? Does it help? I don't know, but I don't want it to stop. And I hope someone does that when the false prophet is on patrol tonight or whenever he's doing it.
I'm pretty sure someone screamed at Hegseth to take his shirt off, and he actually turned his head, and that might have been the funniest one. That might have been the best chuckle out of all of them because nobody was expecting that because he does have some questionable tattoos to say the least. But I think is it irony, Ken? I don't know if it's irony or satire or what it is for the government to be bringing free food to the people, kicking out the starving and homeless people.
Yeah, all of it. Irony, satire, evilness.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Tone deafness.
It's been a while. Yeah.
I don't know. And the thing with the Trump on patrol is, like I said, we should mock it. We've mocked it. Continue to mock it. Continue to make fun of him because these people just want to be taken seriously. Every time J.D. Vance walks in a room, he hears presidential music play and he thinks he's the coolest guy in the room, and he's so keep mocking them. I agree with that, but I just know it's going to work, and I want to start analyzing that more sometimes. Right? Same with, remember the trash truck stunt they did during the election cycle?
Oh yeah,
that shit worked. That shit worked on people.
McDonald's.
And that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
McDonald's
the McDonald's
was the same
thing.
way.
Oh, the McDonald's thing.
Yeah. That soured me on McDonald's for a while. I still feel a little icky when I get McDonald's nowadays because I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this. But I think it's all, like you said, it's all very performative. It's all very, so many people are going to buy into it and say he's actually doing something and blah, blah, blah. And it's just, I can't imagine it's going to go well. I mean, it's like he held up a Bible upside down in front of a church. Like, I don't know, like, what is going on patrol as the neighborhood watch going to do on Pennsylvania Avenue?
Yeah, and it's such it's what retiring police chiefs do on their last night, or police captains who haven't been on the street. Like, they'll go do one ceremonial patrol. Right. They'll take some kind of call. I've had friends be part of that in the past. It's so comical.
He's going to ask to put someone in handcuffs, Ken. He's going to be like, hey, if we nab one, you got to get a picture of me doing the handcuffs for sure.
Do it. And I saw the clip going around of some dumb fuck alt-right podcaster in a dress shirt and a tie, probably 43, looked 70. Again, I cannot stress to you people enough how you dress affects your fucking age. God damn it. Do you know Jerry Jones was the same age as me when they won the first Super Bowl with him?
Wow.
Look at the photos. He looks 80 then.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say Jerry Jones is one of those guys who kind of like. There's plenty of beautiful women who in Hollywood that we see that who haven't aged in 20 years. Jerry Jones is like the opposite of that. He looked 80 at 60 and continues to look 80. Larry David's like that too.
I hope Trump tries to like tase someone like that clip was asking him to do, and then he gets it wrong and reverses it.
That might do it, Ken. Just to be honest, like knock on wood. I think at 79, a taser point blank to that McDonald's Big Mac ridden body, that might be curtains. But.
Do you think? And I want to be clear. I want to be clear to all the devices in my house listening to me and sending information back to corporate parent companies. I get it. I don't care. To all the company. I'm talking about a natural death here.
Right.
Do we think he's going soon? What was the stuff of him talking about? Maybe I'll get into heaven. I'm trying to get into heaven.
They literally want him to talk about anything other than the multiple laws he continues to break every day. And it's not, I'm not saying, distraction, like just Epstein stuff. I'm just saying literally anything else is what they want to talk about. And he knows people will talk about that, especially if he brings it up. No, dude, if I had to take money on it, like over under, he's 79 right now. And by the way, like the Secret Service, if you're listening, I'm sorry. We're all talking in context here. 85, 86, I'm taking the over. Like the dude, Kissinger lived to be 100. Like these people,
So
the good die young. Ken.
You're saying evil continues.
Yes,
right.
100%. Yeah. I mean, speaking of evil continuing, we lost a little evil today, but like he was old as shit.
Yeah. We'll talk about we'll talk about James Dobson a little bit here right now. So James Dobson, for those that don't know, passed away at 89. He was one of the most influential evangelicals in history. He was never an ordained pastor. He actually went to college out here, studied like psychology and stuff, which, by the way, was sinful. Like he was a rebel for doing that, but that's about the only good thing he's ever done. In 1977, he had been doing things for a while. He started something called Focus on the Family. I grew up listening to James Dobson. I grew up getting Focus on the Family pamphlets. He was just accepted. His influence was so nefariously political. A lot of the culture war comes from him. He was a big proponent of beating your children into submission. Also, beating your dogs into submission. There's an expert you can read out there that was going around today of him talking about beating his little dog and fighting his dog and just equating dogs and children. So there was a lot of that, a lot of capital punishment for children. And that's just almost the best of the stuff he put out there. Also, homophobic, Islamophobic. This is someone who talked about some of the big shootings in our time and said this is because we've allowed gay sex to happen, that God was punishing it, that whole kind of thing. He and Falwell and that whole crew. But he was, I think, not as over the top when you listen to him as others, right? So you could look at a Falwell, Pat Robertson. Dobson had that, well, I'm just homespun and I love Jesus and the family. And that is why I think his legacy is even one that's more dangerous. And I used to, Steve, give money to his organization by habit when I first moved to LA and I didn't have a church. And I was like, oh, God, what do? I don't have a church. I'll listen to Focus on the Family and I'll donate, right? Because you just talking. If you don't do that, you might be going to hell, that kind of environment. And he just absolutely... his passing should be celebrated, even though the damage is already done. I don't know if we can undo it, but it is guys like him that I cannot stomach, because they do take, if you believe, they do take the name of the name of the Lord, God's word, Jesus' words, whatever you want to believe in. They take it and just run roughshod over it and pervert it and continue to kind of create this legacy of hate around all their words. And that is just something that just I cannot sit by quietly and abide anymore. And I can't even say, Steve, I'm ashamed for what I did in the past, listening to him or giving him money, because that's just how I was raised. And not even by my parents, but by the culture in the city and the church I was in. And happy to see him gone at 89.
And you make a good point, Ken, because it's not even like it was a radical thing to listen to him or to Focus on the Family was a huge deal. Like these were, a lot of people would, especially nowadays, look at all religion as a little bit more fringe and don't really realize the impact it had on society and how normalized organized religion was up until 20 years ago or whatever, in a post 9/11 world. But how and really in politics, Trump has kind of been the one that's kind of turned things in a weird way, like perverted way with politics, especially for the right. But yeah, I mean, it's. I was familiar with it too from a different angle. Like I was Catholic, but I also had evangelical folks in the family, for weird reasons, and so was exposed to it, and just remember being like, this is like Rush Limbaugh, but just God, just about God. Is like how I remember, just like that was like my association as a kid, basically, right? Like understanding it, because that's how I
God
heard
Limbaugh.
Right, exactly. And yeah, no, the world is a little bit of a lighter place because people, but the problem is, you're right, though. The damage is done. And we saw a lot of people celebrating him today, not the fact that he's gone. Your typical right-wing folks online. And that's typical, it's not, I'm saying, I'm just being open about it, right? But, no, it's okay to say when a shitty person dies that a shitty person died because he did shitty things and hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think might be, I don't want to say changing, but when I talk about there's this generational divide, that I throw Gen X in there too, though I think we're unplugging from some of that. I see my friend Claudia Dolph's in chat here. Her and I have a similar age and similar upbringings, just different states. So it's like, we worked through this as you and other folks. But it's like when Hulk Hogan died, and I was on this show and even did a clip out of it, I ruffled some feathers within my own friend group, because how could you do that? And again, I said on the show, like, I'm not happy in celebrating his death. I understand his son and his family, and maybe even his daughter, even though they were estranged, probably are sad. But like, I'm not a monster. I get that. I get he probably had some good times, good friends, and a lot of friends did come out and try to defend him, and that's their choice, their life. I get it. Life is complicated. But it was just even coming out and saying, yeah, dude was a racist. Yeah, dude did horrible things for 40 years, fucked a lot of careers. Not a good dude. And, a lot of the older generations, it's just that like, oh, behave. You can't do that. You can't disrespect the dead. And it's like, no, I think the younger generations, as millennials took over and everything, are just like, no, here's who the person was. Yep. Kissinger can rot in hell because of X, Y, and Z. We don't need to speak kindly of them. And I think it took me a while to adapt to that, too. And I don't come out swinging every time. When it's personal, I'll talk about it. Sometimes I just don't think you don't have anything nice to say or whatever. Like, I got it. Like, when John McCain passed, I said some nice things publicly about McCain because I like parts of McCain. But there was a lot of reasons not to like him, and a lot of the people that came out swinging against him, I got it. And there was no fight for me, right? But I think what you talked about there, Steve, it's fascinating to see. This can be your legacy. You can think you've lived 89 years being a hero, but if you're a villain, that's what you are to us, and that's what will be remembered.
Yeah, and I think that's more vocal. Yeah, you make a great point. It's more vocal now than ever. People are more comfortable now than they ever have been voicing that opinion when someone dies. They're sugarcoating it in a sense of, they're respecting the dead, blah, blah, blah. Now's not now's not the time kind of stuff was said back then, and that's not so much the case anymore. We're going to dunk on your ass if you were an asshole when you died. Sorry. Yeah. Which, good for them. Good for the young people. Keep doing it. That's how you keep people honest, right?
It is. Bottom of the hour, we got Ken Plume. By the way, this is how hot it is in the studio. I'm just drinking straight from the soccer mom.
That's a big one too. Look at us, Ken. We match. Look at that. We didn't even plan that. We didn't even coordinate that.
Look at this, mate. That's
all black.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little banged up. I think it's still 95. My ice packs are still.
Do you need to go to the freezer and get a refill?
I think there's only one left in the freezer. I'm sitting on 3 ice packs, and I'm not going to say where I have one ice pack stuffed. Okay.
Family
Cal
show.
will figure it out. Final thing to talk about here, and thanks to the people checking in chat, and Jenny Lynn checking in. Love what Jenny said here. I was raised Baptist. My family's conservative. I'm more liberal. I let people be who they are. I don't let bagging religion over people's heads. Yeah, it's just, and that's one of the things I want to be clear on here, too. Like, with a lot of the struggles going on in my life personally this year, like, I've leaned on some sort of communication with a power I don't understand. And I'm not here to say, apply any name to God, Jesus, Yahweh, whatever. I wake up every morning and I have some sort of conversation outside vocally because I can't understand what's going on in my life right now, and I need help and I need God. So, like, I'm here for the spiritual conversations. I really am. I was listening to XTC's Dear God, great song from the 80s, covered by Sarah McLachlan. It was on Pop Rock and Radio last week, and I was just listening to the lyrics in a way I hadn't probably my whole life, because when I used to play that song on the radio, I felt bad about it. Like, oh, I'm playing this song that's against God. It wasn't against God. That whole song is about God. Have you heard what these people are doing down here to you, your word, and the concept about you? So that's kind of where I'm at with all of it here, too. We do want to talk. It's kind of the topic thing here, so I don't want to keep Ken Plume waiting because he's probably got some Wawa to eat. We're going to talk about some Wawa here in a bit. Sheets versus Wawa, people. Your moment is coming. Rich Eisen, Sports Center veteran, returns to Sports Center. Not full-time, just kind of a little thing, right? He's just popping in. 22 years, I believe. Rich Eisen has a great show, The Rich Eisen Show, that's been going on for a while. In a world of loud, screamy sports talk, I think Eisen and Dan Patrick are still two of the standard bearers for me. I like Cowherd sometimes, but Cowherd is Cowherd, and it's a different kind of conversation. But Rich Eisen and Dan Patrick have also reached out into more pop culture, great interviews, and there's a calmness to them that I like, a professionalism that I like with both of them. So it was great to see. I tuned in via clips. I didn't see it live. And I just thought, oh, this is kind of fun. I want to watch Rich Eisen on here, and I watch him on the NFL Network and everything. Steve, I was oddly moved by it, and I want to get your opinion on it here. But it was the whole thing, the intro, the saxophone, and our buddy Ken Plume did send me something, a great article about, like, a great post about, this is kind of what went wrong in society. We lost the sexy saxophone of Sports Center, just became screaming, talking heads. And I think there's some truth to that. But I want to pitch to you here, Steve, because Rich Eisen was your guy. He and Stuart Scott were your Sports Center guys, right?
Those were my guys, Ken. Like, I associate that saxy line of Sports Center that they opened the retro kind of opening with Rich Eisen. I associate that sound with the same sound as Cocoa Puffs hitting the bowl as I'm sitting down at my table to eat breakfast in the morning before I go to find, like, the bus stop to go to school. Like, that's it. You sit there, you watch. It was like 20 minutes or so before Sports Center ended. As soon as the top 10 was over, boom, you were out the door. But if you caught, like, right there at the top of the hour, like, they'd come back from commercial and you get the saxophone for the 30 break, and boom, like, I was there. I was in one of my living rooms growing up as a kid, because we moved around a lot, and just remembered. I was like, I need to go find some Lucky Charms with all those rainbows in it. I just, like, I had an urge. It was like a primal instinct. And watching the top 10 was amazing.
It was, and a great of top 10 plays that have happened since I've left Sports Center was wonderful. Though he didn't have the Miami Miracle against the Titans there. Love that. The thing that caught me off guard, and I know what you're talking about too. At sports here, top of the hour, we'll talk about sports. And I'm watching the Cowboys doc, which is spectacular. And I do not like the Cowboys. If Claudia's still in chat, Cowboy fan, how about them Cowboys? I get it, but this doc is spectacular. And there's clips of like the 92 championship game, the NFC championship game, Niners and Cowboys. And just hearing Summerall and Madden made me think I was late for work on Sunday in 1992. Where I was like, oh, it's almost halftime. I got to get into my dishwashing job. And it was such a sense memory. So that was the Rich Eisen thing. But for me, I had this thought here, and I want to acknowledge up top, I'm not doing this without a sense of irony. I love where digital media is. I love that I can sit in my home studio, even though it's 95 degrees. I can put in these little drummer monitor headphones I got on to help cool down. I can fire up StreamYard and YouTube and my cameras and everything, and I can broadcast. and that you can join me from another part of the country, and that Ken Plume's about to join us from his shack out in the middle of nowhere, which is only next to a Wawa, and we can take people around the world. I love where we're at. I only have a career that isn't a security director career because digital media exploded. I love when technology takes things and gives it to other people to tell their stories. I'm not saying I don't want any of this to happen, but watching Rich Eisen go to SportsCenter again, beyond the sacks and everything, but just to watch a host, a broadcaster, and watching him do his thing with, an IBF going and people talking to him and queuing up the next thing, and he's reading from a teleprompter. That stuff's going. We're losing it. We're losing it in so many areas. The experts are dying. In fact, if you're an expert on things, I've complained about this a lot. I'm sometimes told I am too inauthentic. I'm too radio. My scripts I've written for some other kind of companies this past year. Oh, it's a little game show. It's like, no, I'm just writing how professionals write for live broadcasts, and that's just one section. In putting music in the hands of other people, that's great. More voices, but now we got a muddled field. I don't like gatekeepers, Steve, but I think we've lost something. I do think we've lost something. Am I taking Rich Eisen on SportsCenter too seriously, Steve?
I don't think so at all. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I don't think. I think the message is still fair. I think you're absolutely right that we have lost that in a sense because everyone has a microphone now. Yeah, accessibility is great, but the bar has been lowered, and that sounds pretentious, but I just mean it from an access standpoint. And because of that, because there are so many options, the menu is so huge. It's a Cheesecake Factory menu of options for literally any entertainment thing you want to do now. Before it was just like 30 channels on cable and 4 channels before that, right? So the fact that everyone has the opportunity to make stuff is naturally going to be a result of that. But you're right in that there is a lost art to how it is done, because there isn't that pipeline of talent being transferred, of people learning under a mentor, Rich and Stu passing that down to guys like that you see now, like Butcher Gross and Scott Van Pelt and all that, right, who do such a great job. Watching Rich Eisen do SportsCenter was like watching a chef command a kitchen on his own, or like a conductor conduct an orchestra. You know what I mean? He was just in control of it, and it's newsy. It's like it really is very like. Yes, SportsCenter especially, but sports coverage and sports journalism just doesn't have that gravitas that it used to, that Cronkitis that used to really have.
We've lost it, but it's not just about the show of it. It's not just me. Look, this is a $700 piece of equipment I bought years ago, and the fact that people are now holding this doesn't bother me. But I'm like, but the fact that someone like me would clip it here and you'd think I'm doing it wrong bothers me. Right? This was $700 to be seen or heard, not seen. Right. And I don't have a problem with it, but then it leads to influencers on the red carpet, and it leads to where we're at. But we don't have those kind of standards anymore. And now we got ESPN and the NFL all mixed, and the gambling all mixed. To me, it's all part of it. That just seeing Rich Eisen wasn't about I wish we had more Bob Costas. It was me going, there used to be some kind of structure.
Right. Yeah.
And it's gone.
Yeah, and yes, and while it was cool to see him, the symptoms of it are not the best thing in the world. I don't love this whole NFL ESPN thing. We can get into that more later on if you want, but I do see it as a diminishing of journalistic integrity. I think the concussion thing really broke both ESPN and NFL's metaphorical brains at that point, and that really splintered how this stuff was going to get covered going down. And if you think that you're going to get honest 100% reporting from ESPN on the NFL at this point, I don't know how you can honestly believe that, considering that they're literal owners of their media entities. So that sucks. That's as someone who was a journalism student, as bleeding hard as that sounds, that sucks. I hate that. Because that's why I'm not a fan of the Schefters and the insider roles of the world, because they're mouthpieces. I mean, like, while as much as they're breaking news, those guys are steering the conversations every which way. And it's all kind of a big game for the clicks and for the tweets and all that kind of stuff. So I love the in-depth reports. I love the in-depth report. I love reading newspapers or not newspapers, but like reports from like online outlets of the local sports teams that I follow, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing better than tuning into the late night radio of like after the Eagles beat the Cowboys or the Giants, just tuning into like the Cowboys radio station or the Giants radio station, and just hear them like crying for an hour and a half. It's amazing.
Love that. Anyways, just some thoughts. I'm not saying it's 100% right. It's just I had that reaction seeing just a old bald man on SportsCenter again.
Yeah, totally fair.
Who wasn't even, and later in the show, by the way, I'll check chat. I put a Q&A in there. If you're a sports fan, like I said up top, I want to know who your favorite SportsCenter anchors are. It is so tied, like Saturday Night Live casts, to maybe your high school into college years. So for me, I told you I was a Patrick Olbermann guy, but not even that. I was more of a Berman, Tom Mees, Jack Edwards, Charlie Steiner guy. Like that era was my favorite thing. So we'll come back to that. All right, are you ready to talk Mayo here?
I if we have to, I suppose. I mean, like I said, you know my thoughts on Mayo, so if I have to yell at another Ken about it, I will.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try to do it with camera here, but I'm also testing this setup here, and this is gonna be my way to test it. Let's see if this works.
You make poor Ken sound like he's the Unabomber, like out
no,
in Shaq
no. It's fine. I'm gonna bring him up with camera, but Ken Plume's here. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good.
All right. No. Let's get his face up. Let's go. All right, so
I wasn't expecting a fight out of this, Steve.
I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to fight.
That's your first instinct. Oh, but you're ready to fight.
I am though. I'll defend my hatred of Mayo.
So first, we're going to get to a lot here in this segment here. But first, thank you, Mr. Ken Plume, for joining, host of Force 5 and many other great shows. Speaking of expertise, an expert podcast host and producer who was there at the beginning, so we're happy to have him on here. You texted me the other day a nice piece on the secret to, I'm paraphrasing the headline a little bit, the secret to a great grilled cheese sandwich just might be mayonnaise instead of butter. And that is where we go. So have you explored this yet, sir? Thoughts on this?
So the article I had sent you, I think Delish was the outlet that tested this, because there are plenty of myths going around about, is mayo better than butter as the coating for your bread that you then fry in the pan? So it's obviously butter, lifelong go-to as a thing. Mayo, I have tried for the novelty of it. What this article went into, because it's a matter of smoke point on butter is a lot lower, the fats in it, so it's much easier to burn it and not get that sweet spot of caramelization. Whereas it's a higher smoke point when you use mayo. It's just oil and water and egg is all mayo is. So that's why you don't burn it as easy, and people tend to have the better experience with it than if they do it with butter. Ultimately, what they found was it's best to mix it. Do mayo and butter on it.
Oh.
And that was the better of the two. Because you get the best of both worlds, and so does your doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Ethan says, it's more of a skill issue then. Got it. All right. Get good at making
it. Yeah, it's because you have to be on top of it to not have it go to burnt grilled cheese.
Okay.
Which means that you're just tasting the burnt flavor as the forward flavor in your grilled cheese.
And Plume, you're a fan of mayo, and I know we don't consider Miracle Whip mayo, but you're just kind of a fan of mayo in general.
I am a fan of mayonnaise. Not a ton of mayonnaise, but mayonnaise on things, yes, as an accent, and also as a way to save a dry sandwich.
Yeah. See, Steve, get it wet.
Makes the sandwich wet. That's what it does. It makes things wet.
It makes the sandwich moist. There is a difference in terms between wet and... I'm not pouring water on a sandwich, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you just steamroll over this conversation.
That's fair. No, you make a great argument.
But I don't know if moist... I don't know if moist is the word people want to hear. I don't have a problem with moist.
Also, it brings a flavor. Water is not bringing a flavor. Mayonnaise does bring a flavor to it. Yeah. And a texture to it as well, because it is thick. It is not, again, damp.
It's a binder.
It's a binder. It's a thick wetness. It's a thick wet. Steve, it's like when peanut butter. It's like when peanut butter gets like oily at the top. That's like what I think of mayo.
Oh, that's the worst. I don't like that Laura Scudder peanut butter.
If you're a bricklayer,
okay,
do you just slap the bricks together and hope they'll hold?
No, but I would rather use like cement or mortar than I don't think mayonnaise
And
is going to
that
go
is
well
what
there.
mayonnaise is in its best application within a sandwich.
So it hardens everything
together.
after a few minutes.
And it's the same thing as, would you deny mustard as well? That's
I don't
fulfilling a
yeah,
similar
mustard.
function.
Not really a mustard guy. I'll eat it on a hot dog if I have to, but not really a mustard guy. I'll go vinegar and oil on a sandwich to make it wet. Like that's my moistness
that you're dealing with when you're.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a sandwich that does not dry your mouth out?
Oil and vinegar. Oil and vinegar is the liquid of choice because that's the perfect amount of flavor to add to the lettuce, to the onions, like whatever kind of other toppings you have on the sandwich. That's how I moisten.
So you want your mouth coated. Also, what you just said are the things that are in mayonnaise.
That's okay, but it's not. Again, no egg. It's a texture thing as well.
Yeah.
I don't like the texture.
Yeah,
it's like having shaving cream in my sandwich. I don't want it.
Ooh, okay.
Are there other texture issues that are heavy triggers for you?
Coconut.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Big.
How are
big
you a soda guy?
I'm okay with soda. Like more so in my youth. I try to cut it out now.
Are you fine with like carbonation as a texture issue as well?
Yeah.
I say this as Ken and I have a mutual friend who does not do soda because the carbonation is not a thing that he.
Oh no, I can do carbonation. Yeah. I just don't like seltzer. Seltzer's like weird. Like it tastes like carbonated salt water to me.
Well, that's the absence of joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
It's the hint of flavor that goes away.
Okay, so we see. Look, we can all agree on something. That's good.
We
made progress here.
I think I'm going to try this though. Didn't you? Ken, you said you tried it.
I did try it. I mean, it was not a revelatory difference between it. It was more that sort of less likely to burn it kind of issue. I find the bigger things for a grilled cheese is what you have inside of it, or your bread choice is really going to inform how well you enjoy it.
I mean, for the most part, it's sourdough for me, but I'm willing to go to wheat if I don't have it.
Sourdough, I'll go sourdough. Sourdough for me is the optimum.
Yeah.
Cheese, I'm going to go with a deli sliced American, not a Kraft single, but for me, if it's grilled cheese, it's got to melt.
Right.
That's what American cheese was made to do, is melt.
Like our country, melt all over everything.
Yeah. And and you have their wonderful flavors and a bunch of different cheeses, but they congeal. They don't melt. They form like this plasticky goo within a grilled cheese sandwich. Now, I will do mixes where you can mix in like a little bit of cheddar or something that adds an additional kick with the meltiness of the American cheese. So a blend, but you still got to have that meltiness in it.
Got to have the meltiness. More importantly, how's the Wawa treating you?
I'm avoiding it.
So, what?
I had my Wawa for the week. I had my opening weekend Wawa.
It opened,
which I have been waiting for.
The full context is a Wawa open near you, and I've never had Wawa, so I'm not here to judge. Steve, are you in on the Wawa versus Steets? Sheet, was it Sheets?
Well, it's a point of Philly pride for him, I would assume.
Yes, well, I'm very pro Wawa. I will fight for Wawa as hard as I fight against Mayo.
As hard as he will fight against Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Harder.
Yeah.
As Pennsylvania's first city.
Right. Yep.
There you go.
That title has to remain with Philly.
Yep.
I've got to try either of them. I've never been in a Steet. I keep calling it Steets. Sheets. I don't even know what it's called.
You know what? I bet as far as Steve's concerned, you can call it, misname it however you want.
Yeah. Sheets,
I mean,
Wawas,
honestly,
Buc-ee's.
I love Wawa. Sheets isn't bad. I mean, their French fries are pretty good, but
Sheets
I'll take
was
Wawa
open
every day.
6 months prior to Wawa in my area. Not local. It is in Wilmington, so it was when I was visiting my local comic shop. That would be, you know what? I'll get a decent. It's still inexpensive compared to Jersey Mike's. Very inexpensive compared to Jersey Mike's. So
Jersey
it was a placeholder for the knowledge that Wawa would soon be less than 10 minutes from my house.
Which is dangerous.
It was more dangerous that they finally activated online ordering.
Yeah, well, when you don't have to leave, when you can't do the walk to get your sandwich, which turned out to be problematic for Subway. But could be good for you. Thank you, Mr. Plume. For this is going to be you're our weird food expert now. Weird combinations of food.
It's
this
only weird to Steve.
Could be weird to others.
That's
true. Could be weird to
the
others.
beige boy. You can't have cream cheese. Can't have mayonnaise.
He's the Luke Skywalker of condiments.
And Ken and I will talk later about uncooked bagels, but we'll do that later.
Oh, no. Yeah, I will not toast. No sandwiches toast. No bagels toasted. No. I like an English muffin toasted.
English muffin has to be toasted.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, but,
I'll leave you with this.
Mm-hmm.
Try grilled cheese, but it's an inverted English muffin. So you're toasting the inside of the English muffin as the outside in the pan, making your grilled cheese.
I can live with that. All right. Ken Plume, everybody. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Check it in. All right. Yeah, I can live with that.
So does that mean the cheese goes on? So you go cut the muffin in half, put the inside of the bottom muffin down, cheese inside of the top muffin?
Sounds like an abomination, but I'm willing to try it.
I'm confused. Math isn't my thing. We'll move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of bagel toasted people, which is.
I'll toast a bagel. I'm fine either way. I'll have my bagel toasted or cold. I'm good either way. I just need a shit ton of butter.
I just need that cream cheese. It's all about the cream cheese, and when you toast it, it kind of melts the cream cheese too fast.
Yeah, it does. So that's why again, when you go toasted, you butter as you go, right? Like you don't butter the whole thing, and that because then by the time you get to the other end of the bagel, it's all melted. You literally just butter as you go, dude. Or you dip.
Got it. You're going posh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's food. Enjoy life, Ken.
I do. I enjoy food a lot. That's why I enjoy non-toasted bagels. Just get me that cream cheese. If I could do spoonfuls of cream cheese with no judgment, I probably would. All right, let's get to some science here tonight. You ready for some science?
Let's do it.
Let's do some science. All right, I'm going to try this new system here. No, didn't see. It didn't work. Okay, back to the normal one. What is going on with that? Drives me insane. All right, Dr. Addie's here. Hi.
Hi, Ken. I don't toast my bagels either.
Good. All right, I have some science behind me on this.
I do microwave them though.
Oh, that might be worse than non-toasting. I can't have
warm. I like it warm. I just don't like toast.
Okay. All right.
But I'm enough. With you. I personally believe that a bagel is simply a vehicle for eating cream cheese, just like cake is a vehicle for eating icing. Nobody goes to cake for cake.
I just had cake the other day, birthday party for Monday night, and cake was good. It was good cake, and they made it. It was made at the house, so I loved it. But I just wanted the frosting. Yeah, exactly. And then if you just have frosting, it's too much. You're
exactly. Well, now. When I was in grad school, I kept a can of frosting in the fridge and would just eat spoonfuls of it when I got home.
That's fair. That's what.
But I'm too old for that now. My sister won't tolerate it.
Yeah, it won't tolerate it. We're gonna do some science here tonight, but a little bit of a change on the old segment of 60 Seconds of Science. We're trying something new here with 60 Seconds of Science. More of a lesson. So, Professor Addie, what do we got here tonight?
All right, Ken, because we experienced the first hurricane of the Atlantic season this week, and it was a Category 5, we ask, are Atlantic hurricanes getting stronger? The short answer is yes. According to the nonpartisan, nonprofit Center for Climate and Energy Solutions, between 1979 and 2017, the number of major hurricanes, Category 3 or higher, has increased, while the number of smaller hurricanes has decreased. According to the Mercator Ocean International, this year, the average July surface seas temperature in the North Atlantic was the 4th warmest on record. And warmer temperatures lead to stronger winds, meaning stronger storms, since wind speed is how storms are categorized. Warmer seas also mean wetter storms, dropping more rainfall, leading to more dramatic flooding. Sea level rise also makes these storms seem more powerful. Since 1900, the average sea level has risen 6 inches and is expected to rise another 12 to 30 inches by 2100. This makes coastal flooding more pronounced during tropical events. And additionally, storms appear to be moving more slowly, which makes them more deadly since conditions last in one place for much longer. While exactly what is causing this slowdown has not been concretely determined, it is believed to be due to the warming Arctic, destabilizing Arctic wind currents, which is also thought to be contributing to the increased Arctic vortices we see in the winter. Finally, warming may be changing the pattern of hurricanes, with more storms occurring at more northern latitudes. While we have not yet observed this in the Atlantic hurricane season, this change has been observed in the Pacific hurricane season. This bears further study and research, but could put different and more locations at risk than normally worry about hurricane landfalls. And that is 60 Seconds of Science this week. Ken, what questions do you have?
No questions for me. I want to know, what do you worry about with this? What does this mean to the layman?
Like most things with climate change, it means we should be preparing, we should be adapting, we should be challenging our leaders to take action. But we should also be at not only the federal level, but the state, the local level. Small changes lead to big results when they're added together. But we should also be worried. Climate change is no longer a matter of if, it is happening. And we are only going to survive it if we make changes to adapt. The Earth is going to be fine. The Earth has processes by which she will fix all of the mistakes we have made. We need to make a choice of whether or not we're going to be around to see it.
Right. And Michael McCarsell says in chat, can confirm even the conservatives around me think the hurricanes are getting worse, but won't accept the reasons why, which is something that I've run into before too, not necessarily with hurricanes, but just any conversations around climate change and the ongoing research and study of it and the ongoing kind of answers that are appearing. You've provided some wonderful information, Addie. It's like, how can, if they're not going to make the leap to accept it, I don't know what to do. That's the frustration I have. I'm sure you have that frustration too.
It's the frustration I have too, Ken. It's why I kind of want to shift gears here and do some more of these lessons. I want to give people these bite-sized snippets of facts that they can use to have conversations with people. I don't like forcing conversations on people who don't want to have them, but like we have to start changing minds. We have to start having the facts to back up our arguments so that I said it in chat, but in the time it took me to research for tonight's article, Angry Car Guy probably made 5 videos disputing why I'm wrong based on vibes. Like he doesn't have to have any facts to back himself up. In order to win the argument, we have to have the data behind it. And if I can help people have some of that data to have these discussions, to change minds, to change hearts, to change action, to get action, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and this is one of the things, you wrote me a nice message kind of, looking at the future of this segment here of, like you said, taking science to the rest of us, so to speak. But I love the angle you're adding here, which is, this is why I don't go, you're going to see me on a Jubilee episode debating 20 climate change deniers because I just don't have that brain power. I don't have that recall. Like I've said before here, I'll just get angry and start throwing chairs. That doesn't solve anything. We need information, we need facts, and we need to be able to boil it down so that when something like Michael McCarsell's talking about here, of even the people around him or his family going, I don't know, this here seems weird, and you can jump in on that moment to be able to speak to those folks without a way of losing them, right? Without a way of just throwing a bunch of stats out there that they don't understand, because you're right, it does come down to the vibes, which I understand when we're all just trying to function. But having all that information, like I wish I could just show everyone the climate town video. Raleigh posted one, I think last week, about misinformation that Joe Rogan is repeating over and over again because he misread and misunderstood a graph on an article and clearly didn't even read the article. So hopefully what we can do here, Addie, going forward is meet people at those articles and be able to help provide some information. I hope it's a tall task.
Exactly. And that is, to be fair, that is what I originally envisioned for this. We've gotten a little off track just because there's been so much news and there's been so much to talk about, but I am getting weary of talking about what Dear Leader is doing to kill my livelihood, and I would much rather take my education to the streets. So let's go.
Taking it to the streets. All right, a couple questions coming in here. If you guys got questions for Dr. Addy, this is a good spot to do it. And if you're in the Discord, we might create, I will create a Blathering Science section where if you have something that you want Addy to kind of look at for a future segment, we could do that too. So it'll be there. Let's see where we got a general question here from Tully. What is the difference between a hurricane, typhoon, and monsoon? Yeah, like in general, I don't understand. I kind of could maybe think to know the start of that answer, but I don't know, Addie.
I am pretty sure that it has to do with geography. So, admittedly, I used the word hurricane throughout tonight's entire segment. That was not entirely correct. In the Atlantic Ocean, they are hurricanes. In the Pacific Ocean, they are typhoons. I don't know why, but that is the way the nomenclature works. Monsoons, I believe, are land-based rain events, and that is like you have monsoon season in like India. So I think that is more of a land-based, like large rain event.
Yeah, monsoon season.
Warming out over an ocean.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. For Mom Access, typhoon, hurricane, and monsoon. Name 3 things for the WWE. All true. All true. And then we get this question from Brady, 8984M. Question, why does disrupting the ocean currents make hurricanes stronger? Does some warm water stay in the Gulf?
Can you bring that question back up, Ken? I'm sorry.
Where was it? There it is. Why does disrupting the ocean currents make hurricanes stronger? Does the warm water stay in the Gulf?
8984M, that is a great question that off the top of my head, I don't know the answer to, but please send it to me on Discord. I will find the answer and we will follow up.
That's what we're here for. It's not all about here right now. It's about the long term. Yeah, do that, 8984M. I'll create that. Any other questions? Sorry, Mandalorian Jedi says monsoons are very prevalent in summer in the Southwest. They tend to come and go quickly. Drop a lot of rain. Yeah, that makes sense. Question for Addie: has the bread density improved?
I am in the middle of proofing another loaf right now, James Holmes. I will be posting in the Discord of how this one comes out. This one is s'mores flavored.
So you're in your bread phase, is your bread era, right?
I'm in my sourdough era, Ken.
Sourdough. Okay, you're going to make some good mayonnaise-infused grilled cheese sandwiches.
I have admittedly never used sourdough bread to make a grilled cheese, but you all have just influenced my like fall winter dining options.
Like I don't have any
homemade sourdough. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't have anything in the house to make any of that, but I might find a way tonight. So there you go. 898 for M says typhoon comes to the Chinese word. That one meaning towering wind. Love that, Brady. Love that. All right, so yeah, this is the start of something new. I love this here. Practical science, street science with Dr. Addy. There we go. We have that. Who said that earlier? Was it Jared, the Dark Jedi, said street science? Yeah, or at his podcast, Nerd Academy podcast. Street science goes hard. Street science with Dr. Addy. That just might be it. That could fit on a T-shirt quite well. Quite well. Thank you, Addie. Any updates on the Taylor Swift side before I move on?
She keeps doing countdowns on her website, and the countdowns appear to be counting down, which I know is an absurd sentence to say out loud. Yeah. But what I mean is that the countdown to the album announcement, which was also the New Heights podcast release, was 5 hours long. The countdown to the first special limited edition, they were CDs that she had, was 4 hours long. The latest, or maybe to the first, whatever, the latest countdown was 3 hours long.
So, all right. And Yeah. I don't know.
I can also tell you about the really weird theory I had a couple minutes ago on Instagram that I noticed looking at some stuff, but I won't get into that here.
Okay. And then I saw, is that album cover legit that's out there now?
There are several.
Several.
Because each of the limited edition ones have had like a different photo on them. They're all, I don't want to sound like the Catholic prude I am, but I would say for a Taylor Swift album cover, they're all on the riskayer side.
Oh, I'll just say it from my dumb side. I was like, that's some sexy photos right there, which I was not used to seeing from the Taylor Swift camp. Like, oh, we've reached a new era. I got it.
She is definitely catching some flack from, I'm guessing, the more conservative people. The kids, you have to think of the children.
Think of the children.
And as everyone has pointed out, like, never at any point in her career has Taylor Swift marketed her music to children. So I don't know why we have to think of Taylor Swift makes albums for 30-year-old women like myself, not 9-year-old girls.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the parents who take their kids to Sabrina Carpenter concert and are absolutely shocked to find out what is going on there because you haven't paid attention. I love it. All right, we'll keep updates. We'll keep the Taylor watch going. Thank you, Dr. Addie.
You're welcome, Ken. That new single's coming. I can taste it.
It's on the way. It's on the way. Great segment there. We're going to get more of that. So like I said, if you have any questions, things you want to talk about with Dr. Addie for the segment, we'll post something there in the Discord, and you can speak to her directly. Do you think, Producer Steve, that what finally killed James Dobson was Taylor Swift's thighs on a album cover, and he was like, enough pornography, and he just croaked?
That was great up until you said on an album cover, because I would have been like, damn, what a hell of a way to go. Sign me up. But
because Dobson is a anti-porn crusader,
right.
Was.
Yeah, he was anti-everything, anti-porn, anti-gay, anti-drugs.
Yeah.
He was just anti-fun on this earth.
He was from Shreveport, Louisiana, was part of the Nazarene Church, of which I attended a Nazarene Church for a while, but the Nazarene Church I attended got in trouble all the time because it was outside the traditional structure of the Nazarene Church, which is usually horribly legalistic, and movies and TV and music are not allowed. That's what Dobson emerged from. He interviewed Ted Bundy right before Bundy was put down, and the whole interview was to get basically Bundy to say, oh, I did this because I watched pornography. And James Dobson was like, mic drop, rest my case.
Obviously.
All right, let's take
I
some
do
calls.
have one more unpopular opinion after Addie's talk there. Mm-hmm. And I saw Jared said I have really bad opinions in the chat, so he's going to hate this one too. I don't like sourdough. It makes my I don't like the way that the tip of your tongue feels when you eat sourdough bread. It like tingles. I don't like that.
Look, you can't change you. I get it. I think you're missing out.
Is that just me? Am I the only person who experiences that? That's a thing, right?
Sourdough's the best bread. In San Luis sourdough. My hometown has San Luis Obispo sourdough and Santa Maria tri-tip are like the best of the best in that genre of bread and meat. So I was spoiled growing up. I don't know, Steve.
But am I wrong? Does it not do a thing to the tip of your tongue?
I'm not saying you're wrong, because if you feel it, you feel it.
But do you don't?
No.
Because like the taste of it is fine. If I can save myself on this at all, I don't think it tastes bad. Like I will eat it. Like if I have like a sourdough bun for like a burger or whatever, or a sandwich, like a grilled cheese, whatever. I'm out like a breakfast place. Oh, they do sourdough bread, sure, whatever. You put enough Tabasco on it, you're not gonna. It kind of cancels out the tongue stinginess.
Okay.
But
tongue.
It stings the tip of the tongue. It's like a weird.
Nothing.
No. Okay.
I got nothing on that.
Right.
I got nothing.
Maybe
on
I'm
that.
allergic to it and I just don't know it. Maybe that's it. Now you're all just being ableist.
I don't know about okay. Hold on. Addie says she has a question for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on. Here
trouble.
we go. All right, Addie. What's your question for producer Steve?
Steve, when you drink beer, does your mouth burn?
What?
When you drink beer, does your mouth burn?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, then never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Important conversation. Glad we had that.
What's the connection other than I know beard, yeast, all you got it.
No. So I had a friend where I used to live, who for years, every time she drank beer, it made her mouth like burn. And she never said it to anyone because she just assumed that that's what beer did to everyone. It turns out she's allergic to yeast.
All right.
I'm not allergic to yeast.
Okay.
I eat a lot of bread and other things. It's just sourdough. Sourdough bread makes like the tip of my tongue burn.
But the way you make sourdough is different than you make other breads. You use the natural yeast that's in the flour to do the leavening. That's why it takes so long, and like you have to maintain your starter. So you could be allergic to that particular type of yeast. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. All right. Goodbye.
Between leavening and maintaining a starter, I thought she was talking about Harry Potter and Pokemon. I was like really confused for a minute.
It's getting there. I do feel sorry for someone if they had beer and they thought they couldn't complain, or they felt they couldn't complain because they thought that's just what it was. You know, like that's what I have a friend. All right, I'll try to. I have a friend, Steve, a little bit of a late bloomer. He received his first, shall we say, a job was performed on him, and she may have had whiskey in her mouth or something, and something foreign got into him, and an unquenchable fire erupted in him. And he thought he was like in so much pain, but he thought, this can't be what everyone has enjoyed in my life for years. and he wouldn't say anything about it until finally, like, some of us had a conversation with him. We're like, no, that something was wrong there. And he's like, I couldn't believe everyone was saying this is great, and it wasn't. I thought it was me. That was something.
Well, at least he was sterile.
This
was clean.
There we go. All right, let's take some calls. We got Jared the Type Pilot. We got Evan, and I got other calls lined up too as well. Oh, we got 2 levels of calls here tonight. I love that. I didn't see that down there. Jared the Type Pilot, you're on the phone.
I love how I come in to whiskey things and just
literal whiskey dick talk. Yeah, you're welcome, Jared.
Always the best segment.
What you got, buddy?
Oh, tonight, no Game of Thrones tonight. We're moving on till next week. Me nor Ken had a chance to watch the show.
Didn't have time.
No, it happens. But one thing I want to talk about, because is just how much I like to piss off people who hate things for no reason. Example, I pre-ordered this bad boy. For those who obviously can't see, I've got the Acolyte Stranger mask from Black Series.
Okay, yeah. Beautiful. Looks great.
Oh, loves it. Posted a picture on the old Facebooks, and I love doing this too because it helps me rat out people. I'm just like, why do I even talk to you?
Right.
Or just immediately went with the, why would you get something from a bad show? It's like,
right.
Go away.
It's objectively bad, folks. Yeah. Why? So what? I want to talk about your enjoyment of it. What enjoyment do you get out of it? I understand it. Where did it come from? Where did it start? Let's analyze it a little bit.
Because I was a little bit of a troll growing up, so anything to piss off, anything to piss off just assholes in general. Like, just screw them. I'm not Dr. Addy enough. As you said, I can't recall the good stuff. So if I can just make them hate life through other means, that's okay with me too. My little victories.
So the troll side of it is interesting. We need, and JMB in chat says it's the punk in you, and I think that's what it is. Normally, look, trolls aren't a great thing, right? We don't enjoy trolls, but what you have is the power to troll for good, meaning I think to troll there has to be a sense of self that's in place that can take any attack back. You just don't care. Like, so, for an asshole troll, they're just there to watch the world burn. So the fact that you come into my chat and you say something horrible gets me upset. You don't care. You have no empathy for that. So we need someone like you to take that approach to the people that deserve to be trolled. You know what I'm saying? You are
exactly
an anti-hero. You're a Batman of trolling.
I try, man. I try. like I said, it's my little victories to spinning and not go crazy.
Well, it keeps you sane. Yeah, it keeps you sane. How heavy is that helmet?
It's pretty bulky, actually. It's got some girth to it. Though the hilarious
Steve, why is that funny?
Because he showed up to it on backstage the other day and it scared the shit out of me. Because I just wasn't expecting it.
It is scary. It is scary. It is scary. Okay. That's good.
Which was hilarious because I was basically unboxing it the whole time, but he was busy getting his ass kicked by Boba Fett. Because
so I heard. Jared, can you wear it on stage? Have you ever done that?
Oh well, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Totally wearing it. We're playing a house party on Halloween itself, so
okay.
Happen. But I was gonna say the weird, fun little feature about this, because it takes a single AA battery. You think, why would that be? Maybe it makes a noise or has a voice changer. So? No. When you flip it upside down, it has two little lights that the directions call welcome lights. So it just lights up the inside of the helmet so you can see where to put your noggin.
That's fair. Well, welcome lights. I like that. That's good.
Right?
That's good. That's good. Absolutely.
Just remember that how much we need to do of that show. Oh, I loved it so.
I enjoyed most of the Acolyte there too. Just completed my rewatch of it, so I love it. I'm just on my final episode of Skeleton Crew, and I think I'd love to get a Jod Nanawood Captain Silvo helmet.
It's like Skeleton's Crew, those shows where it's like I want a second season, but I don't because the kids. I don't want to turn it into the Stranger Things of Star Wars.
And it already would have when I last December interviewed. I did that panel with a lot of the crew, like the woman who does all the hair on the shows and the people who designed a lot of the things. I brought up that show off stage, and they were like, "Those kids are already too old." And that was that was before the show aired. So there we go. All right, Jared. Thank you. We'll do some Game of Thrones next week.
Definitely. And Steve, who hurt you? Eat good food.
I eat lots of good food.
It's great food.
Yeah, sure. Vanilla ice cream.
Sure. Look, it's popular for a reason. It's popular for a reason. All right, thank you, Jared.
All right, later.
You look, Steve. I attack some of your choices too, but you attack mine. It's just that's what I love food discussion because it's so subjective, or in your case, is related to like whatever the hell's going on in your mouth. You can't change that.
Yeah, no, I can take it. Look, I've been dishing it. I've been given the food takes. If you don't agree with my food takes, come at me. I'm here for it. It's fine.
At me, bro.
These are, you look, man. Love is love. Food is food. Taste is taste. You eat your food. I'll eat my food. I promise. If anyone here is ever, if I'm ever hosting any of you for food, I promise I will cook you something that you enjoy. I will never force my bland, boring food upon you.
There you go. We get calls from Evan. We got the other Jared. Then we got Matt. We got Cal. I do want to get to a quick little sports segment here. Little blathering sports decks. I can't say the name of my own goddamn segment of the show. Blathering sports desk. Oh my God! My tongue. Anyways, a couple of things going on there. Steve, we talked about Rich Eisen up top. Have you even considered watching the Cowboys doc?
Absolutely fucking not.
God, it's so, Steve.
Absolutely fucking not, Ken.
If Mark Ellis can watch it, Washington football team fan, can watch it and text me last night and go, I hate how good this thing is. Yeah. I want you as an Eagles fan to watch it.
Mark Ellis is a better man than I for a lot of reasons, Ken. He's a stronger, better looking, more talented man than I am, and he can withstand that punishment. Here's the dude, the Eagles won the Super Bowl 6 months ago, and I still won't watch it. And here's the thing, I'm actually really excited for this season start in 2 weeks because I'm going to do my Super Bowl rewatch, which is the thing I started doing like the year after the Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this thing now where I'm going to watch this Super Bowl before the season starts every year. So guess what, Ken? Now I have 2 Super Bowls to watch the night before the NFL season starts to relive and relish in my glory.
I guess I'll watch a wild card game from 2000. Dolphins. All right, we got this up here.
Okay.
This was at Petco Stadium. San Diego, Petco Park in San Diego. This was, I think, yesterday. A kid, and I do mean a kid, runs onto the field, and you've seen this before if you've watched sports. Someone runs on the field, which you're not allowed to do, and they want to run around like a jackass, often taking their clothes off, and then security chases them. The off-duty police officers work in the stadium, or even sometimes the uniformed police officers work in the stadium, usually on an overtime off-duty gig, chase them. The crowd roars, and eventually the person is caught. So this is what happens last night. Right. But it is, Steve, it is a young kid. And here is, I'm going to mute this so I don't get any kind of block. This is from NBC7 San Diego here. Here's the kid.
Oh, right. He's like 10.
He's like 10. But watch this.
Oh, he just gives up.
Boom.
Oh, but, did he 4 people to tackle a 10-year-old?
So there's the shot. Oof. So I want to, as a former security director, my analysis of this, Steve, is...
Please, run me through the play-by-play. Do you have a telestrator? Okay. Do you have a pen or anything?
No, I need to. Up until this point, like, first of all, I hate to sound like an old ex-conservative, but what is he doing on the field?
Right. Where are the parents?
Where are the parents? Like, this is dangerous. This is bad. I don't know who dared him. Is this a TikTok stunt, or he just... I don't know. I'd love to know this. Because when a drunk jackwagon with his shirt off in the 7th inning is like, I'm going to get out on that field. Like, I get how that happens. And if they tackle him, it's different. This is a kid. So here, look, this person holds up. So the first person that gets in, their instincts are to do what they always would do, which is just obliterate them. So this
eliminate the threat. Right.
Yeah. Boom. So you see him, he's got a little bit of a football tackle going, right? He's got a little bit stop, and they stop short. The goal of public safety is to neutralize the problem, right?
I'm sorry, but Jared's comment in the chat about the Leia chase just made me lose my shit.
I didn't see it.
He says, show this clip to anyone who still bitches about the little Leia chase in Kenobi, because he's so fucking right. This is a real life example. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Sorry, Ken. You were breaking this down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, please, because I don't have the screen up. So if there's somebody in the chat. So your job is to stop the threat, right? Remove the threat, get him off the property, whatever. At this point, the threat is stopped. But this person I have a problem with. They lean into it, and they take everyone down. But I understand. See the stutter step on the guy? He's a linebacker, right? Look at that.
He's squaring up.
He's squaring up. I've been there. Some of my most violent altercations. I mean, violent with this is a 100% true story. I have witnesses who used to work for me. I once yelled so loud and violently at like a kid causing us problems that I had to be taken back to my office. We thought I was having a stroke. Like I seriously lost it that much, where I felt a problem in my brain and I had to be taken back. And I'm not saying that's good. I'm just saying I've been there where you want to destroy this person, but they're 12. They're 12. And you're just like... So I think that's what this person is feeling. This person's like, I'm working a job for $17.50 an hour. This little shit dick just jumped on my field. And my night's done. This is pissing me off. And so he comes in to finish the job. So that would be a problem.
That's almost a hip drop tackle, by the way. Rewind that one more time.
It's almost an illegal hip drop tackle. Indeed. He's coming in.
You might get flagged for that in 2025. Just saying. Okay, this kid, he just gives up, though. That's disappointing. The kid stopped,
yeah. But this guy comes in like a middle linebacker. Boom.
That's a hip drop tackle in slow motion. That's 15 yards, man.
I'm guaranteeing you that guy probably maybe on his way out. And that would be my job as a security director, to come in and be like, and watch the tape, be like, okay, y'all had it up to here. You were fine here. All right? Maybe you grabbed them, you threw them to the ground, got it, little rough, whatever. The handcuffs are on. It's done. Right. Chris, why did you come in with a leg drop? I don't know. You just wanted to fuck them up. Yeah. Okay, you're fired. Like that's. So I think that's what's going to go on there.
They might have been better off with a net, Ken. Like it might have looked better if they had just thrown a net or a big heavy weighted blanket at him, because he's like what, 85 pounds, like it just
60. That kid's 65 pounds.
Yeah, so like a weighted blanket will knock him over. So just throw something like that or a net at it. You don't need 3 grown human beings to tackle that. Man, that's gonna be their parents are licking their lips on that lawsuit. I bet though.
And you know what? Maybe that's why they did it.
It's the balloon boy of field field.
Did you
chasers.
watch that doc? Did you watch the balloon doc?
Yeah.
Yes. I think Steve, I think we solved it. I think that's how this kid got on the field.
Okay. I'll do some reporting. We'll see what we find out.
Little Jimmy, run on the field. They're gonna tackle the shit out of you. Take it. We're gonna sue, we're gonna settle, and you're going to summer camp. Like, this is what's happening.
No, but that's the thing. They told little Timmy, no, they're not going to hurt you. They're not going to hurt you. Because that's why he stopped and think, and then he still got tackled from 3 people. So not only is this kid going to have a juvenile record, Ken, he's also going to have parental issues, like trust issues, because his parents not only exploited him for money and for fame, they also lied to him.
Yes. All right, let's do some more calls here. We got Evan coming on here, and then we got Jared, and then we got Matt, then we got Brady, then we got Cal. Full show tonight here. Hey, Evan, how you doing?
Hey, Ken, I'm real good tonight.
Good. Would you have sent your kid on the field to be tackled?
No, I can't say that I would do that.
Okay,
off
fair
the
enough.
hop. But I think you're on the right trail. I think that's 100% a scam by the parents.
Hold on. Do we know we're going to win the lawsuit? Because if we know we're going to win the lawsuit, why not?
They're going to go after the last guy. I'm saying the first 3 are all justified. As a security director, I'm telling you, I'm reviewing the tape. I'm like, that's protocol. I know you all don't realize, but you need 4 to take 1 down. That's why that's one of my biggest pet peeves that people who don't understand law enforcement. Like, if you see 2 people that's not enough. But 65-year-old kid, a 65-pound kid, they stopped him. And so the linebacker coming in, that's going to be the lawsuit. That will be the win right there. That's my take.
We don't need it, Ken. We don't need to rally to the ball there.
Mm-hmm. All right, Evan, what's your question tonight?
I broke Steve, I think.
That was good.
I got a ton of thoughts tonight. And just off the hop with Rich Eisen. It gave me all the warm and fuzzies hearing the sexy sax and made me think of Madden and Summerall, just like you.
Yes.
So that was nice. I hope we can do more of that in the future. Not necessarily Rich Eisen, but just get some of the voices that aren't there anymore. And just as little guest appearances.
It's fun. It's fun nostalgia to our things, but it's also, I know, look, ESPN is ailing, despite them buying a lot of things, and there's a lot of other things they're going to buy, and there's some sales going on in Major League Baseball, but ESPN Sports Center, an institution in Western society, if not the world, it needs to come back in a little ways. But yes, who's your Sports Center anchors of choice?
It's got to be, Berman, who still, does his little segments here and there. His 2 minutes or whatever in between the 1 o'clock and the afternoon games. And Stu Scott.
Rest in peace, Stu Scott. Yeah, Stu Scott, an absolute legend. Yeah, Berman. I like Berman, even though his wordplay and dad jokes I probably don't enjoy as much now. But looking back, it still takes me back. And the stories of him, the Hey Leather Year with Me story, is one of the all-time great stories. If anyone knows that, if you don't look up Chris Berman, Hey Leather.
For sure. I got some thoughts on food tonight too, Ken. First of all, I'm dumbfounded. I was years old when I found out people don't put mayo on their grilled cheese sandwiches.
Wow. Okay.
Shocked.
So you've been doing this? Is this a New Jersey thing?
It might be. It's like Ken said, it's mayo with a little bit of butter, but yeah. I was dumbfounded. I wanted to wake up my wife, but I probably regret that choice.
Don't do that.
You guys won't believe this.
Maybe it's regional. I'm fascinated by that. I want to try this, but I don't want to go buy a thing of mayo. I might have to see if I can get like a little packet or something, but that doesn't feel like it's enough to put on a sandwich.
Yeah. I will, go buy some. nice bread and mayo and give it a go. I don't know if you can actually find what I would consider nice bread. I am of the opinion that there is no good bread outside of New Jersey and New York.
Because of the water.
It's because of the water.
Yeah.
It's because of the water. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been out here, you know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know me. I don't like New York pizza, so I lose a lot of arguments. I was at a birthday party Friday night of a Irish family that's mostly New York based, and I had to sit there quietly while they all talked about how the bread out here sucks, and I'm like, I think it's really good, but I have no facts to throw at them to argue.
That's fair. Yeah, and I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but Steve, you've had some tough takes tonight with the mayo and the sourdough bread. Just oof. Man,
People coming hard
oof.
for you tonight, Steve, over this stuff.
Yeah, it's I'm a man of truth. I'm a man of my truth, and you know what? If the next backstage stream suffers because of it, at least I continue to be myself.
There you go.
Yeah, but along the lines of it's with the water. You guys, unless you live in the New York, New Jersey area or Montreal, you don't have bagels. You have rolls with holes in them.
Yeah, I've heard that before too. Maybe
Giggity.
Maybe that's why I don't toast mine.
Steve.
Maybe that's why I don't toast mine. Tough takes indeed. Evan, thanks for that. Please wake up your wife early in the morning and tell her this, and I want to know the results.
I will. And Addie, great job with the science talk. My wife is a woman in STEM, so I'm going to tell her about it. She's going to appreciate that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Have her submit some questions to her or more answers.
She's an ornithologist, so we need bird questions.
Oh, okay. I got some bird questions. Why are Blue Jays kind of assholes and are stealing all my peanuts, but yet I approve of it? Okay.
That's not a regional thing. Blue Jays are assholes everywhere, Ken.
That's true. Thank you, Evan.
Thanks, Ken.
All right. Super Chat's coming in. I don't want to forget this one. I always forget. First of all, we got James Holmes, Ken and Steve against Bigfoot. Who wins?
Like you and me together against Bigfoot? Yeah. Like you and I are teaming up against Bigfoot?
Again, it's all about which one of us is willing to die and which one of us is willing to bite into flesh.
No, we don't have to die, Ken. We could do it. You and me, we could take Bigfoot. Okay. We could. Okay, if you give me and Ken, here's the thing. All right, JMB. Is JMB that asked that or James Holmes? I'm sorry.
James Holmes.
James Holmes, if you give me and Ken, what do you think, Ken? 20 minutes of prep time. If you give us 20 minutes of prep time and like a choice of like 3 tools and or weapons. I mean, obviously guns and stuff is cheating like that, but you got to give me something. If it's just 3, if it's just you, me, and Bigfoot in the octagon, okay, I don't know if I feel great about that. Yeah. But if we're able to use some of that human ingenuity, okay. I give us a little bit more of a chance. I think if you give you and I given 20 minutes of prep time and maybe like, I don't know, like a 10-minute supermarket sweep-esque run at Home Depot, we could do it.
Jared of the Nerd Academy podcast is 20 minutes prep, no lethal melee weapons. Okay. All right. We'll try
we got it. I would put money on us. Yeah.
Steve's confident. So it looks like I got to be the one willing to die in this scenario.
No lethal melee weapons. We could do it. Yeah. You have a security background, Ken. Come on. Bigfoot can't be that much bigger than any of these dudes that you've had to tackle to the ground.
But I retired. I spent the last 5 years behind a desk getting to fights late. James Holmes says mayo's the devil's condiment, just said.
Hell yeah. Solidarity.
Malcolm says, hey, Ken, hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm catching a 20th anniversary show on a 40-year-old virgin tomorrow and was wondering if you still consider it the best movie to Netflix and chill to. At the time, it's a reference. I still love the movie. I did see it recently. As always, not everything might
doesn't age as probably well, does it? Yeah,
it doesn't age, but it's one of my favorite comedies because at the time I thought it was a documentary about my life. Even to the point of 2 of my friends showing up and telling me to take down all my toys, which I did, and then put them back up eventually. I'm
laughing with you.
Malcolm's referring to my infamous drunk movie fights. I recently rewatched that too in full, and I'm pretty proud of my answer. For me at the time, 40-year-old virgin was a great Netflix and chill option. Because I needed it to help convince whoever was on that couch with me that Funny Guys might be worth your time. So now I just watched the Dallas Cowboys doc by myself, and I don't want anyone there. I don't want anyone there.
I don't think you're that far off. The first movie I watched with my wife was Wedding Crashers, so it's kind of like along the same
Wedding
lines.
Crashers. Love Wedding Crashers. Addie says, don't get me started on the death of expertise. In the time it took to me research tonight's science episode, Sam Green Car Guy made 5 videos disputing. Yes, excellent and true. Unfortunately, more from James Holmes. Save Ulster from sodomy. Genuine Northern Ireland political campaign in the 70s. We moved on since then, but we could move back if we're not careful. Talking about that was connecting to the Dobson stuff up top. Yeah, no, that's...
I was like, where are we? Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
that's
true. And you know, I've mentioned this before, and I haven't been able to take the deep dive I want, but Joseph Scrimshaw was talking about this on and off air in Force Center not too long ago about the Hays Code that so much of our entertainment, basically our movies, was under during these formative years of our country post-war. This puritanical Hays Code, and it kind of it leads to that kind of stuff. And it's insane. All right. Thanks for the gift subs, Cal and James Holmes. James Holmes, final one here. Bagels are okay. You need muffins, man. I do enjoy a good muffin. And I don't warm up the muffins either, Steve. Blueberry muffin?
No.
Raw.
Oh, hell yeah. Same. Oh, is that... Honestly, I didn't think it was a thing to warm up your muffin. I mean, unless you like just baked them. I didn't think you warm up your muffin.
Every time I order at the coffee shop, I'll have a blueberry muffin. Oh, do you want it warmed up? No. I eat it raw like an apple. I just grab that muffin and eat it like an apple.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a call here from Jared with an O and an A.
Yes. Thank you. Not to bring the stream kicking and screaming backwards 30 minutes like I know I'm not supposed to do. Listen, I am used to my circle of friends, mutual friend of all of ours, Alden Diaz, smack talking where I'm from simply because it's where I'm from. Steve, Bird Boy, the fuck do you have wrong with Pittsburgh?
Whoa, okay, I can do.
I've been waiting.
Whoa,
I've
okay.
been waiting in the wings.
We'll do this.
I wish Ken had my Epic Confrontations walkout music on the StreamYard right now, because that is how ready I am to go to war for the Steel City, my friend. What's up with that? Anything I can do to shit on Pittsburgh? Excuse the hell out of my black and gold ass, but excuse me.
Okay, so this is great. I love this. So before let me just qualify all the shit I'm about to talk, Jared, with the fact that I've actually lived in Pittsburgh twice in my lifetime. Oh, no. I was a season ticket holder to Three Rivers Stadium. The first football jersey I ever owned was a Jerome Bettis Steelers jersey. And if you asked me in 3rd grade who my favorite football player was, I would have told you it was Cordell Stewart.
Slash.
With that being said, I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan. And yeah, no, I'm not going to talk about how we've kind of owned that ass for, 15 years, ever since Ben Roethlisberger probably was like 17. But I think he might have beat us once. But there's no inherent problem with Pittsburgh. I just, like I said, I live there. I live near Pittsburgh. I was just a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and there was that pressure to, represent for the city that's, won something in the last 15 years. Mike Tomlin's doing a good job of not having a losing record, though.
That is
three
true.
Coaches.
That is true. Listen,
I love Mike Tomlin. I'll give you that. I actually really like Mike Tomlin. So I hope I brought a little goodwill with you there, Jared.
You did. Here's my thing. I'm a baby football fan. In the same way that I became a wrestling fan for a year and a half and then became disillusioned just as quickly. I am a baby football fan. So my umbrage is mostly with I refuse to let anybody speak ill of the city of Bridges. So that was my main thing that I was coming out swinging on.
Look, man, I have been a friend with Josh McCougar for 10 years. Not one conversation goes by without Pittsburgh being mentioned. And I think that might be the ill will that you all create for yourselves, Jared, where like Dave Filoni can't complete an interview without mentioning the Penguins or something. I think that's what rubs us all the wrong way is, here's Pittsburgh guy again talking about Pittsburgh, and it's named Pittsburgh. Like, it's just that the city, I've never gotten over that. I know it's named after. I know who it's named after. So you know what I mean?
You were reading my mind, like the way you looked to camera. I know. Across the country, I felt the eye contact.
my Netflix and chill is to go to YouTube and just watch random YouTube docs on the history of cities. Like I have a problem, but
yeah. How many good rom-coms or movies are about Pittsburgh? Huh?
No, all the
great ones. You can
Batmans
do some
and stuff.
ones.
But so Jared, I'm not attacking you on it. I'm saying I think that's where a lot of it comes from. Why do you all love your city so much?
There's no other city in the world like Pittsburgh, man. Tell me another city that has a 3-day long festival dedicated to pickles that they shut down a whole bridge over.
I'd be so angry if I was trying to get across that bridge.
Well, I was gonna say, as a Philly guy, we're all about the one bridge anyway, so that wouldn't be good for us.
There's like 80 bridges, Ken. Pick one. You'll still get there. You'll still get there. You don't need that one bridge. We can shut down the Clemente to just buy pickle products.
What happens there? Let me ask you this question. What happens there? What do you do there? Look, Dan, my favorite football player, Dan Marino from Pittsburgh. In fact, Josh McCougar's wife dated him in high school. All right. So what's there to do in Pittsburgh?
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of everything, you know. There's like the holidays. I particularly love Pittsburgh for. I'm a big Christmas guy in general.
Okay.
It is something that, again, mutual friend Alden Diaz makes fun of me for.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. I am at my most powerful during the holidays.
I want to know more about that. Call back during the holidays.
You will. Don't worry. I'll be levitating. I will like astral project into your room during the holidays. That's how powerful I am.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this. Is going to be. I'm going to be alone this Christmas season, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be so relaxing. I don't have to celebrate Christmas.
But no, so
continue.
during the holidays is great. Huge light up ceremony happens in Station Square. Gigantic, beautiful Christmas tree inside of an ice skating rink that is up during the wintertime in like the heart of the city. There's always like badass events going on. Little Italy just happened. Picklesburg over the summer, which is awesome. We have.
How do you not laugh when it's called Picklesburg?
It's awesome. It's awesome. Picklesburg is the only place you can go where you can get pickle beer, pickle vodka, pickle cocktails, pickle popcorn, and a pickle infused with Kool-Aid. Man, this shit is on another level. Okay. This is on another level.
I might try that.
I'd have a Charlie horse for months.
Is that what they're called? A Charlie horse?
Whenever the muscle cramp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get it. Oh, the pickles are keeping you for the Charlie horse? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the electrolytes, man. Okay, so but you got events like that. PNC Park.
It's a beautiful stadium. Beautiful stadium.
Come on. PNC Park.
Yeah.
Worst team, best stadium. Come on.
Yeah. On my fantasy baseball team, me and my Cone are known for over 20 seasons now to draft, quote, toolsy Pirates. And that's why we actually win the league a lot. So I like Pirates. I like that. I don't dislike the Steelers. I respect the Steelers as a Dolphin fan. But yeah, it's sheets. Fuck Wawa. Okay. I am standing 10 toes down right now. I will burn a Wawa to the ground. Wow, this man's committed. He's confessing to crimes
for fun.
But see, this is very Pittsburgh of you. I have a lot of friends from Pittsburgh who just might want to burn things down. Josh got into a lot of legal trouble in Pittsburgh. Is this part of the problem too? Like bagels in the water in New York?
Okay, the police suck around here. On like a weird, like
that's fair.
Police suck. The police suck everywhere, like as like an institutional kind of thing. But they're also like bad at their job kind of thing. So like I'll take that L. But like no, here's my thing with the Sheetz Wawa debate. And for the past 3 years, I have gone to Philadelphia for Fan Expo, and every time I go to a Wawa, and every time I am sitting next to Taylor in the car on our way, we pass like a billion Wawas, and I cut a promo on every single one in the car to myself. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot again. I'm gonna give it a shot again. What Wawa doesn't have that Sheetz has in spades is the ultimate level of customization. You can put anything on whatever the hell you want out of Sheetz. And even Buc-ee's doesn't have that. And Buc-ee's has Roosevelt's.
Okay, okay, you got to sell this. Okay, now I'm gonna confess something. I don't make any alterations to anything I order ever. So I'm not the test case. But what are you putting on what? Like what's going on what?
That's generational trauma, by the way, Ken. We'll talk about that some other time. But the reason you do that is literally we'll get into it. That is generational trauma. Why you don't customize your food? I'm just telling you, you're repressed.
No, because it's really entitled and it's really it's aggressive.
Why is it entitled to ask, Ken? Why is it entitled to ask for something you are paying for?
Because take it as is. This is why I don't return things either.
I understand the whole not wanting to return stuff. I get that too. I'm timid about that too. But if I'm paying you, especially in this fucking economy, if I'm paying you money for something, it better be what I fucking want it to be.
Right. So, if I order a number 7 Mike's Way, that's what I order.
Yeah, but if I don't want the onions in it, then guess what? Take the fucking onions out. I'm paying you $17 for a piece of bread and a piece of meat. That should have cost $4.
Then order a number 6.
Because the number 6 has tuna or something else on it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want the number 6. I want the number 7 without the onions.
I see. So sheets is not for me then, Jared. There's too many choices.
I know you can. I mean, but that's the thing. It starts at a blank slate. So let's say you want to get, like we'll use a sandwich as an example. I always get a quesarito. But let's say you want to get like a chicken sandwich or a cheeseburger. First thing, it's already asking you what bun you want.
What
you want naked? You want naked? You want pretzel bun? You want a brioche? You want this? You want that?
Just give me a bun, man.
It's giving
you. Give me a bun.
You can just pick a bun. You can close your eyes and push a button, dog. You can do anything.
It's too much.
Ken.
It's too much.
Ken and Steve.
Pre-wrap that shit.
When I order a quesarito, you want to know what question it asks me? Because this is just a thing Sheets does. It asks me if I want tater. It's a quesadilla with the cheese or it's like a burrito with the cheese already melted on to the tortilla that you can then put the shit on.
Okay, I like that.
Bro, my brother in Christ, you can just put tater tots in a burrito. It asks you if you want to. That's not at the end it goes, would you like to put tots in your quesarito? And the answer is yes, I would.
It's a California burrito. Yeah, absolutely.
That's just off rip. And I understand that's a thing other places. We put French fries on our salads, like we're cousins in that way. But like
Plume says Wawa has the same customization.
No, it does not.
Well, hold on. I will look. I'm a reasonable human being, Ken. We've talked about this before. I will be. I think so.
I will crash out.
No, listen. I will give you this, Jared. Sheets does hot food better. Period. Sheets does hot food better than Wawa. Wawa, I will take Wawa sandwiches all day, every day, all the other stuff. But Sheets does fries and other hot things, and they heat up the sandwich. Like, if you want hot food, go to Sheets. If you want a sub, go to Wawa.
Okay.
Only cold food I've ever gotten is their chicken Caesar wrap, which also goes unbelievably hard.
Okay. All right. Look, here's what I got to do. I got to get to a Wawa. I got to get to a Sheets. I got to get to a Buc-ee's. I got to get to Philly, and I got to get to Pittsburgh, and then we'll decide all this.
Listen, I have nothing against the town of. Look, I lived in a cute little town called Cranberry Township, north of Pittsburgh.
Hell yeah!
Okay, all right. Yeah, Jared probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. I grew up in a cute little town, Cranberry Township, right, in Butler County, Pennsylvania. Okay, and so I know all about Pittsburgh. I get the whole vibe. Like I said, I moved out before Heinz Stadium or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. But no, fine. Sure. But like I said. I had other reasons to be a Philadelphia fan for having lived in other parts of Pennsylvania, and Okay. Anyway, all right. I just Jared. I just want to make sure that we I'm just extending an olive branch here by the end of the call. I don't want me and Jared to leave on the wrong foot here. You know what I mean? Like I really like the things Jared makes, and I want to make sure we're cool.
We are cool. We are cool. I'm also a little argumentative. I'm about to be on Bombad in about 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
it's Bombad Court. That's why nobody can see me. That's why I'm wearing a fucking suit right now. Is because it's Bombad Court. So I'm already in lawyer mode. So I was ready to come in hot with a.
I would call you lawyer, but I'm calling you Pittsburgh. You're Pittsburgh mode. This is. I think there needs to be a mirror held up to Pittsburgh of why you're all so aggressive. This is. I hung out with Josh McCougan's family. They are all Italians from Pittsburgh.
I am also Italian. Don't let the last name Bachman Stubbs fool you. I am very Italian.
All right,
great grandmama named Menchio, Italian.
I appreciate you calling in with the hot opinions. Tell the Bombad boys we say hello.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Food inspires the most passion in the world, Steve.
It brings people together. It tears us apart, but ultimately it brings us together. That's why, like I said, at the end we have to kind of extend that olive branch and just make sure
I just know what lunch
going on there.
With lunch with you is going to be like. I know what it's going to be like now.
What is that? What does that mean?
Come to what can you have? I'll have the 2 enchiladas.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're going to be like, yeah. Can I have enchiladas, but can I get that? Can I get one of them well done? Can I get the other one with the extra
Whoa,
rice?
whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not a steak well done guy. I'm not like that. Whoa, whoa. I like plain food, but I'm not. I don't do that kind of. We don't do cheese and fish. We don't. Well, I can't eat fish anyway. I can't eat fish anyway. But we don't do well done steak. We don't do like the weird no ketchup on steak. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. Right?
Pittsburgh, because you're not from Pittsburgh.
No, I don't do ketchup and steak. But one of the things I wanted to share, and I'll have to catch up with them again. Is the Primanti brothers in Pittsburgh? Is that like Geno's in Philly, where it's like the tourist trap kind of place, or is there another place in Pittsburgh where I should get a French fries in my sandwich? That's the thing I need to know.
Okay.
So yes, and we can absolutely agree. Well, here's the thing: we can agree Ohio can eat shit, but I am a Cincinnati Reds fan. I was born in Cincinnati. I've lived all over this. I'm a geographic whore. Okay. But the rest of Ohio can eat shit. I hate Cleveland.
Here's the thing. There's always, this is why I'm fascinated by it. I know a lot of people from Pittsburgh in my life, or a lot of people from Pennsylvania, and they all have, and one of them now lives in Ohio, but he was born in Pittsburgh. And I'm fascinated by the relationship between that state, Ohio, and those two cities, Pittsburgh and Philly, and the fights between them. I want an 8-part doc on that.
We all hate each other, but if New York or Indiana or Kentucky or West Virginia come calling, we'd all like team up to beat the shit out of that.
Or California. Yeah, y'all hate California too, right?
Yeah.
All right, we got Matt, we got Brady, we got Cal. Let's do Matt here. Matt, welcome back to the show. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for waiting too.
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're good, Matt. What's on your mind, man?
What's on my mind is this combative episode and all this talk about food in argumentative manner has me having flashbacks of being a little kid and realizing that things are not okay with my family.
We're all okay. Mom and Dad were fighting. They were fighting over sheets and Wawa and mayo. But Matt, I want you to come into the safety cone. Come into the safety cone. We're all here. We're all here, buddy.
Well, I just wanted to express that if I had the choice of only having one condiment for the rest of my life between mayo, mustard, and ketchup, it wouldn't even be close. I'd go for the mayo.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Now, so I like this hot take, Matt. My question is, my impression of mayonnaise, something I like, I want the record to reflect, is that it's not as versatile as mustard or ketchup. But where do you take mayo?
I totally disagree with that. I think mayonnaise is the most versatile out of those three. I think you could put it anywhere. You could put it on a burger. You could put it on a sandwich. Pretty much any sandwich, anything with bread.
What are some of your outside the box mayo decisions that you make? No judgment zone here. I want to know.
I wouldn't say outside the box because it's pretty good, but lately I've been making my own kind of sandwich. So I'm getting boneless chicken thighs from the supermarket, boneless and skinless, and I'm frying those up with some olive oil, some salt and pepper. And I'm taking some garlic bread from the freezer section. I'm cooking that up in the oven till it's nice and crispy, that charred crispiness. And then on one side of the garlic bread, I'm putting mayonnaise. On the other side, I'm putting yellow mustard. And I'm putting the chicken thighs right in between, nice and piping hot. And I tell you, it's heaven. It's heaven.
I love this. Garlic bread chicken sandwiches with mayo mustard. Matt, I'd be on board with that. My love of garlic bread. In fact, I've never really used garlic bread as a bun for a hamburger or something. They offer that at Smokehouse on special menus. I've never had it. I'm in. Steve, he sold me on this. Would you even come close to that, Steve?
Everything about that sounded amazing except for the mayo. Because I'm a sucker for garlic. Like, garlic is one of those things, like, you cannot have too much garlic.
Unless it's on a bagel at breakfast.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, and that's fair. Okay, let me recant that. Okay. Before noon.
Before noon. But after.
It's like soda. I can't have garlic or soda before noon.
That's fair. Matt, do you have a name for this?
No. Maybe we should think of a name right now.
Because it's very popular. Brady says it sounds divine. Kingsport Cow says talk slower when you describe that, Matt. It's downright sexy. I don't. Yeah, we'll have to workshop it. Anyone in chat have a name for this sandwich? That's what I want to know. And anything else you put mayo on?
I'm a mayo on the burger guy.
Oh yeah. No, I like that. especially a good chicken sandwich too, like a crispy chicken sandwich, lettuce, mayo, and a pickle. Good to go.
Yeah, definitely. And Steve, I definitely respect your opinion or respect, your rights as a human being to have your own taste. But I find it really hard to understand why someone doesn't like mayo, because to me, it's a combination of smooth and zesty, and I just can't fathom how that's not appealing to someone.
I appreciate your concern, and I'm glad that mayo makes you happy. In my humble, uneducated, and uninformed opinion, mayo just tastes like edible shaving cream.
But I like what Matt added to the description was smooth, that there's a bit of smoothness to the zesty taste. We've got some names coming in here, Matt. JMB says Matt's Vampire Killer Sandwiches. Lauren Roma says the Matt Anais Special. Then we got Matt's Van Helsing Sandwiches. A lot of people want to go. They're really leaning in on the garlic branding.
Garlic and thighs. Matt's garlic and thighs.
I like, we're getting there. There's something about the Vampire Killer that I kind of, it's a sexy sandwich, and that's kind of a sexy description. I'd vote for that, but we'll take some more and we'll workshop it.
Right on.
Matt, thanks for calling in, buddy. I really appreciate you making it here.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you. We will. Love that call. Big call. I really want that sandwich. I know we take the mayo off for you.
Yeah. I can ask for the mayo. Ask it without mayo. I'm sure they can give me something else on there.
See, I'd roll my eyes at you making an alteration, but
really. So seriously, if I order something at a restaurant, I ask for just like, hey, blah blah blah, can I just have without blank, or just like literally just one alteration? Yeah. You're really rolling your eyes.
No, I'm not. I'm just kind of busting your balls. Mark Ellis orders every salad. Like when we sit down at Wood Ranch, the waiters come over and they know his order, and they're like, with the dressing on the side, no tomatoes, no cheese, dressing on the side. So you're not allowed.
I respect that though. Control. You need that. That's again. That's a little bit of. There might be a little something there going on with Mark there. You might want to talk to him about. But I think again that comes back to your repression of not wanting to change things, needing that control of how much dressing goes on the salad. Again, it's like me. Like I feel self-conscious. I don't know about if you have this problem. And whenever I get Italian, Ken, and I'm getting like pasta or something where they're like, okay, here's the lady or the person, I want to say lady, but person with the Parmesan cheese,
right?
Is like, okay, tell me when. I'm just like, I feel because like I know you're judging me at this point because like I could let you. I love Parmesan cheese, Ken. You could just go right, and like I feel like after a certain time the person is judging me, so I'm like I have to say enough at this point, even though I actually want more Parmesan cheese.
Well, you want more, but that's yeah. I guess it's just it's not that I accept things or want to accept things as they are. I'm just like, why my desires don't need to supersede the workflow of anyone else. I'll just have that. Just give me that. What do you want on it? What does it come with? That? Yeah, then I'll have that.
Yeah,
that's where it goes.
Yeah, I think we should dive into this on one of our fireside chats, Ken. I think we should. I'm going to write this down. I think there's something to explore here.
Look, I'm all for personal themes. I've learned a lot about myself talking Star Wars and the themes of that. There you go. Okay.
The food we eat says a lot about us.
I don't disagree. This could be a blathering expose.
Not a good indictment for me, but
no. No. Let's get. We got a couple more calls here. Brady's on the line. Brady, how you doing?
Hello. Just sweating my ass off. How are you?
Yeah, it's a hot one today.
Oh man,
sitting on my ice packs.
I need to do some ice packs. I know we're Californians and people rolling their eyes, but it's actually hot today.
Well, no, but okay, hold on. Time out. We don't have the humidity yet, though we're getting humidity. That's climate change. But I don't think other people could survive our heat. The direct dry heat. Again, I want to give humidity its due as a absolute bastard because humidity's horrible. I can't survive in other spots. But I'm saying it's 95 today, and I could barely move. My skin was sticking to the couch. It's pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, today was pretty bad. Today was like the bad of other places, I'd say.
Yeah. All right. What's on your mind, Brady?
So, with the heat on the mind, what is your favorite snack to deal with the heat?
Today I had pudding. I don't know if it's
Pudding?
I don't know if it's my favorite. My favorite snack when it gets hot, usually. Oh man, that's a good question. I don't nothing. Usually, I lose my appetite. Like I don't eat much. Though today for lunch I had 2 chicken breasts and casserole salad, which were in the oven. Probably made my house 110 degrees. It wasn't a great decision, but it's all I had. I don't know. What do you go with?
Nothing beats like a refrigerated watermelon.
Okay, some fruit, like a
cold watermelon, or like those Costco ice cream pops.
Yeah, ice cream pops, little ice pops, little otter pops, something like that. You like? Okay.
Yeah.
Svetnik likes a Klondike bar, Ranger Donald ice chips, Lauren Roma ice cream sandwich. Like I don't know. When I'm done here, I'm getting hungry, especially all this talk. Matt's description of that sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Sent me. I'm gonna have to try that. Good question, because I used to have I almost told myself to get ice cream for tonight, but I didn't. My vanity got the best of me. I can't. I'm starting to slim down, and I'm like I can't. And probably what Steve would say, I'm flogging myself. He'd probably bring some deep-seated psychological trauma to that decision, and he's actually right. He's actually really right this time, because I just hear my mom saying, "You're really big right now." So,
that just make me feel bad.
Yeah. Come on, Steve.
You know what?
What the hell? Why am I the bad guy? Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. We are not blaming Ken's childhood trauma on producer Steve. That's bullshit.
Steve had nothing to do with it. I like Mandalorian Jedi's choice. Frozen grapes. I do love grapes, and I wish I had some grapes. I'm going to have to get some grapes at the store, because the grapes also don't go bad as fast as the other fruit. Picked up some strawberries Tuesday. A couple of them bad this morning. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you got to dry out strawberries like when you get at the store, because they're going to go moldy.
That's true. I should have dried these. You know what? I got to dry these ones out. I got to take them out because the rest are going to go moldy. All right, Brady, any final thoughts here?
Yeah, just grab yourself some fruit, freeze it, and it's just like ice cream. Oh, almost there.
Just like ice cream. Almost there. We'll put some Cool Whip on it, which is not whipped cream. All right, thanks, Brady.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Brady, call it in. Let's bring Cal on here to finish the show home. I'm not going to rush you, Cal. I'm getting hungry, but you're here.
Are you sure you're not going to rush me again?
It depends on what you say.
I know. The whole time, the only thing. What? Anyway, the whole time I was thinking of Jeff Foxworthy this whole show.
Okay.
Remember that mayonnaise, a lot, whatever. Anyway,
I don't remember that.
About that.
I remember Jeff Foxworthy.
Remember the mayonnaise joke?
Nah, I didn't really watch a lot of Jeff Foxworthy.
Mayonnaise, y'all talking about a bunch of shit tonight. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Fine. But I will tell you what mayonnaise is good on.
Oh, please.
I do it every morning after work, again. 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, a little after 7. 7 o'clock in the morning. I go to my little convenience store and I get a country ham, egg, and provolone cheese biscuit with mayonnaise on it. And it's amazing. I like it. Okay. Every morning. Anyway.
Cal, if I visit you, can we get up and do that together?
Sure. Yeah. We could even get it and go outside. They got a little picnic table outside. This is a convenience store, by the way. They got a little they got an orange picnic table for the Vols, baby. For the Vols. Yes.
Oh, for the Tennessee Vols.
Yes, of course.
No. Convenience stores have the best food. This has been established here tonight. No matter what you fall on tonight. Wawa, Sheetz, Buc-ee's, this place. Convenience stores have the best food. I thought for a second, though, you were saying every morning you get up and you go get a ham and you put mayonnaise on the ham. Just
Well, mayonnaise is really great on just a straight up country ham. It's got to be specific. Country ham.
I do. Yeah, I do a good country ham. I like what you're saying.
Got to have that saltiness of a country ham. I don't know, man. It's the vibe.
No, you sold me. Mayonnaise. mayonnaise on a good breakfast sandwich is not. I didn't have that. See, I said I came late to the mayonnaise game. I didn't like it all the way through my childhood years, teens into my early 20s, and then somehow out here in LA, living in a big city, I don't know, the love of it approached. It found me. It found me. Mayonnaise found me.
Well, I also like Miracle Whip. I know a lot of people don't like Miracle Whip, but I can't. It's not like a staple, but every now and then I can deal with Miracle Whip. And I also still want to point out that ranch dressing is primarily mayonnaise. So everybody who hates mayonnaise should
Okay.
second guess your liking of ranch. If you're a fan of ranch,
let's ask Producer Steve. Producer Steve, do you like ranch dressing?
What do you think, Ken?
I'm guessing you don't.
Sure
I think he
don't.
does.
Give me a Caesar salad. Give me an Italian salad. Shit, I'll even have French dressing if I have to.
Good. Some Russian dressing. I had that last night. Okay. So you're consistent. I respect it. Okay.
Well, me myself,
man, my food takes are not winning me any favorite fans.
I'm not a big fan of ranch as well, but I do love mayonnaise. And Steve,
it's different.
Steve, it's okay. That's what this is all about. I love Kim because he's always truthful. He's always real. You can be real too. Don't feel bad about it, but don't don't freak out when people don't agree with you.
What is happening?
Anyway,
what is happening here?
No. Cal is concerned that my food takes are. He's understanding my insecurities that my food takes are going to turn me against the audience, and I'm suddenly going to be playing Zelda in front of just me and JMB.
They love Producer Steve. That look, even when Tully Quinn yells blue cheese is superior, we know we're all on the same team. Ranger Donald says I make ham, bacon, and egg breakfast sandwiches, but no bread. Just use 2 ham slices as a bread. I want that too.
That's like the double down of breakfast sandwiches.
It is the double.
Do you remember that thing?
Yeah, I do. The KFC double down.
Yeah. Cal, did you ever have one of those?
no, I did not.
The KFC Double Down was the KFC sandwich, but instead of buns for bread, it was 2 fried chicken breasts.
I've heard of it, but no, I wasn't. We weren't a KFC family. We made our own chicken. Thank you very much.
That's good.
We made our own chicken.
I wouldn't trust the Colonel if I were you. That's amazing. Ranger Donald, that's good. And Matthew says he is going to call it. Looks like he is. He says the vampire killer sandwich is sticking. So I think that we may have named that sandwich tonight. I like that. All right, Cal. Any final mayo thoughts here?
No, I do want to say my favorite Sports Center people were.
Please.
Yeah. Tiffany Smith, Amy Rose Eisenbach, and the legendary Maude Garrett.
Wait. Sports Center anchors?
I'm so confused.
AMC Movie Talk was my Sports Center, son.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Party hard.
I don't like sports. I don't like sports. I'm not trying to make you laugh. I'm just saying I don't like sports. You put a sports question up there for us to answer.
Hold on. When were Tiffany Smith, Amy Rose Eisenbach, and Maude Garrett on Movie Talk together?
AMC Movie Talk with John Campea. I hate saying that name because I hate that person. Tiffany Smith would be on sometimes. Maude Garrett would be on sometimes. I'm talking about way back. Even before Christian got on.
I know the era.
Yes.
I was there.
Yeah. They would be on the panels sometimes.
I was never asked, but okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. All right. I haven't seen
good times. A better time.
I haven't seen those 3 people in a while, and I miss them all dearly. Love them.
Oh man.
I should probably text.
I'll probably tell you I've seen all 3 of those in my dreams in the past.
Okay, Cal. Okay, see now the show's got to end. Now the show's got to end. Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Cal.
Wait a minute. One last thing. One last thing.
Hit me.
Daylight savings time is coming again. And this is the one I hate. This is the one where it gets dark. Well, actually, I like it, but also it's kind of depressing because it gets dark.
We're falling back. Yep.
How do you feel? Which one's your favorite? I think I asked you this last time.
As a kid, I loved the fall. I loved Falling Back. I loved getting dark early, and then I know I said something bad about Christmas earlier, but it reminded me of the holidays and hot chocolate and Christmas lights. So but now it's going to really be a problem because it's going to get dark about 5 o'clock, and that's when the skunks and raccoons show up. So I'm not going to be able to leave my house after 5:10. So I think we need to get rid of it. We need to get rid of it.
I do too. I do too. Now, if we got rid of it, which one would we stick? I'll say stick with what we're in right now.
Stick with this. We need it to be. It needs to be
Yeah,
light at 8 o'clock at night. I
you're
get
damn
so much
right.
more done. So much more done. But the fact that I'm going to get off the air right now. Look at that. Look at that. It's still light out here. Look at that. That's my neighbor's backyard. I feel like I still have my day.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Ken, I also just want to point out I watched your Barbaric Nights 4. It was funny. It was great.
Oh, thank
But
you. I
anyway,
appreciate you, Cal. I appreciate
yeah.
it. If I can make you
All right,
laugh.
then.
All right, Cal.
Oh, you
There
always
go.
make me laugh. I'll see.
Okay, that's good. Cal left by his own volition there. Steve, I want that. I want the record. I want the record to reflect that. Steve, I did not kick Steve off tonight.
You didn't kick me off. You didn't kick Cal off either. I thought that was a good natural. No, Cal did fine there.
I thought I was going to have to for a second. I thought I was going to have to.
I've learned, hey, dude, I did a 5.5 hour stream last week, and Cal was on there for quite a while, and I had to be the bus driver and be like, because we had Cal, we had the detective, we had Ethan, we had a whole conference call going on, right? That's why everyone should come hang out in the backstage. But we had a conference call going, and I had to be the bus driver and be like, hey, you kids, pipe down back there. We're not like, come on, move it on. So
there you go, there you go. See, hang out of the Blathering backstage. But call in here. There's a difference between those two descriptions. There's a difference.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
I hate to sound like
true.
Jim Rome.
No,
call
that's
in, have a take. If you don't notice, that's what I like. But speaking of Blathering Backstage, we gained some subs this week. We're about 86. And we really would love to see the Blathering Backstage get up over 100. I've got to do my job getting more clips out there. I am completely exhausted already from doing clips, and I'm still going. I'm like 2 weeks behind on clips. But that's also just a little frosting on the cake. Blathering Backstage is becoming a great spot for the community to continue to grow, get to know each other, and Steve leads the charge over there. So thank you always, Steve, for that. So get over there, and then from there, if you want to sign up for the Patreon page, I know it's tough times for all, but get in there at the lowest level. Will get you into the Discord where the community is even stronger. The Blathering Health Club going along. I got to start the Blathering Science Club. I'll remind myself to do that. I'll make a little note. Blathering Science Club. There we go. So I'll ignore that note for a week. But that's it. Final thoughts from you, Steve.
No, all good. Thank you again, as always, Ken. We're having a lot of fun on Backstage. Thanks again for the plug. We just finished up Jedi Academy. We just started Zelda Ocarina of Time, the greatest game of all time. So that will continue this weekend. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm going to go get some new ice packs to stick in my crotch. We'll see you next time here on The Blathering.